Welcome to Las Vegas Motor Speedway, qualifying underway for the Labor 12 Truck Series, part of the Sidewinder Racing Leagues. More information at all of our leagues at dgsracing.com, and for you to join, click that big red snake on that website. That'll get you to our Discord. You can sign up to run any of our 9 different series. Appreciate everyone being here tonight. Let's watch the 56 Hayden Lowell, first one off the pit lane. Put down his qualifying effort. Watch the Napa Chevy cross the line. It's going to start the lap right up by the wall. A lot of other drivers on track at the same time. We had 36 trucks at last check. Watch Hayden carry around right up by the wall. Almost looks like we're at Kansas. Bet he goes to the bottom on lap 2. Yep, not even out to the wall, coming off the trioval. Gonna run it down low. Just tight to the bottom. Not even out to a wall down the backstretch. Whole lap's gonna be middle or lower. So he was the slowest of the 12 trucks so far on lap 1. Should watch this lap 2. Gonna be a heater. Here comes the 56 to the stripe. There it is, Hayden Lowell to the top of the charts. We knew it'd be a quick one. Trenton in the 81 immediately knocks him off that top spot. Trenton goes to the pole. Colin Teague is now 3rd. Travis Cremetta 4th. Emerson 5th. Montrose 6th. Llewellyn 7th, as most of them disappear as soon as I say their names. Mark Diekman 8th. Nathan Harper in the 7 goes to the top of the chart. It's Chick-fil-A Ford. Nicely done, Mr. Harper. Knock it off Trenton. Jeff Price goes 9th quick. Thomas Dill, the Artemis Esports driver, pops in there in the 6th spot. Those Artemis guys are like allergic to putting the league banners on. Mike Edwards jumps up a spot there. Goes to that 6th position. Knocks Dill back a spot. Labor 12 zone, Randy Lee, the drummer for the band. Out there in a 00. Keep tabs on his qualifying effort. 30.87 means his second lap hits him 17th. John Garrett, Courtworth Green Silverado, goes 3rd. Strong run from the 41 there. Dylan Simmons clocks in 11th. Looks like Trenton's getting some extra practice. Matt Benke jumps up to 14th in the Skittles Chevrolet. Talon Smith, one always you gotta watch on these super speedway style qualifying efforts. Talon brings the 71 off turn number 4. Let's see where he clocks in on lap 2. I'm sure pretty well. 30.70. That is good enough for pole. Talon goes to the top of the charts. Still have Jimmy Scheer. He's running a Looney Tunes Jeff Gordon throwback. And Cliff Mullins. Mullins just completed his 2nd lap. Looks like he may have caught the wall somewhere, as that lap didn't count. He'll stay 26th. Scheer coming through the final corner. .8 puts him 14th. Bustos a 30.81. They'll be right near each other as he goes to 12th. And I believe that's everybody that's going to attempt to qualify. So Talon Smith, the 71, is your pole sitter. See if he's hanging out in Discord or not. Nice finish there. Talon is in there, so let's give him a quick shot.
Wants to come out, 100 laps.
We gotta talk to Talon. Talon, DG, you got a copy?
Yep.
Well, he did it again on one of these super speedway style qualifying efforts. Vegas, obviously not a super speedway, but still the same type of qualifying here in the trucks. How did you get it done?
A lot of cheese.
A lot of cheese,
You
he
just gotta
says.
just hold a tight line to the bottom and hope for the best here for qualifying.
10-4, the 71 truck on the pole here tonight. How do we feel about trying to get this victory tonight?
I don't know if I'll have time to even finish this race, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna act like a super speedway race for the first 5 laps. But after that, dirty air will start to come into effect, and you'll want to be leading.
Yeah, 5 to 10, and then the tires wear out, and then it becomes a save your tire strategy race, and it's a good time.
Yep.
All right. Well, good luck to you in that 71. We'll see if you make it to the finish and see if you don't get a top 5 out of it.
Thank you.
Talon Smith in the 71 says he doesn't know if he'll have time to run the whole race. But here he is on pole in his 71 Chevy Silverado. Let's go ahead and get this Labor 12 starting lineup kicked off. Appreciate our friends in Labor 12 giving us this awesome music while we run through our starting lineup. We have Talon Smith on the pole, large field here tonight. Nathan Harper starting second, Chick-fil-A forward. Tennessee is playing Chevrolet Silverado starting in third. John D. Garrett, Fort Worth Green, Chevy fourth. Luke Spice, Lake Forest Toyota in fifth. Aiden Bolt, Napa Chevy in sixth. Colin T. Run Bass Pro Ford in seventh. Mike Edwards, Fort Worth Green, Chevy in eighth. Thomas Dilg in the Artemis Esports Chevy in ninth. Travis Fermetta, Lake 12th, and Toyota is 10th. Josh Emerson, the Bridgestone Chevy 11th. Jake Bustos, the Army Toyota, starts in 12th. Dylan Simmons, Chick-fil-A Toyota in 13th. Ian Montrose, the Homelander Chevy, starts in 14th. Joe Bashir, DuPont, Jeff Gordon, Looney Tunes, Snowback, starts in 14th. Rob Price, Backpedal Collection Chevy, starts 16th. Matt Banky, Skittle Chevy in 17th. Dave Hoisman, Labor 12 Chevy in 18th. Daniel Long on Labor 12 Chevy in 19th. Mark Damon, the Teamwork Chevy in 20th. Quinn Newton, 21st, in 712 Brits Chevrolet. Randy Lee in the Texas Rangers Labor 12 Chevy starts in the 22nd spot. Ethan Eagers, Dockside Ride Chevy starts in 23rd. Dalton Hayes, 24th in the USA Chevrolet. Zach Martin, 25th in his Gamer Sub Chevy. TJ Floyd, the Texclad Chevy, starts in 26th. Travis Martin in the Goach Man Ford. Good to see that truck back on track. He's starting in the 27th spot. Cliff Mullins in the AC Racing Graphics Chevy, 28th. Hayden Haskey in his Haskey Motorsports Sport starts in 29th. Jay Much in the Mission Barbecue Chevrolet starts in 30th. Jake Lawrence, the one-man punch Toyota, starts 31st. Kerry Gundell shown 32nd, but not out on track. Cody Cleaver shown as 33rd, also not out on track. Then you have J.R. Deal in the City Road Plate Toyota. Scott Elston in his Proline Chevrolet starts 35th. Will Lasher in Fort Worth Green Chevrolet starts 36th. 36 trucks here tonight. Looks like 34 officially out on the grid. Seems the 72 will have a bit of issue getting on track. 52 decided to be in race control tonight. Not sure what's on with the 70. 26 trucks, Las Vegas. Here we go. Roll these dice, have some fun. Appreciate Labor 12 giving us that starting lineup. And green flags in the air. Talon Smith gets the jump over Nathan Harper. Gets out into that clean air. At first, this will be kind of like a super speedway. Then the tires will wear out, and they will start plowing tight, basically. We'll be wanting to nurse that right front as much as possible, even while we're in this drafting condition early on. You can run wide open to start. You will burn up your tire doing that. Let's see who decides to be flat out, who decides to save a little rubber. Talon Smith leads lap 1. Harper hot on his tailgate. We have Lucas Heusman, Trenton Sneed battling for third. Whoa, Colin Teague up off the bottom, scares the crap out of John Garrett. Pushes him up the track. They're 3 wide down the backstretch now. Mr. Impatient Hayden Long goes to the inside, takes advantage of that situation. And it looks like Mike Edwards trying to follow him through as John Garrett loses 3 spots as Colin Teague got up off that bottom line. John Garrett with the evasive maneuver is falling back to the 8th spot as Thomas Dilg fights him for that in the Artemis Esports Chevrolet. Mike Edwards battling Colin Teague. Seems the rest of the top 5 single file. So Edwards working on Colin Teague. First side-by-side battle on track. Looks like Edwards going to clear. See if Teague crosses him over or pushes him on the front stretch. Holly gives him the push. One more shot to take side by side into one. Doesn't take it, so they'll probably single file for a bit. Drop one back, find any more battles. There is Travis Scrimmetta and John Garrett at the back part of the top 10. Right behind them, that's Josh Emerson, the Bridgestone Chevy. Scrimmetta takes that 10th spot. Garrett now under attack from Emerson. Emerson charging up the track a bit in that Bridgestone Chevy. Gives John Garrett another scare. Move up the track again. Jake Bustos 13th. Right behind these two. We have the top 12 truck single file. We'll see if John Garrett fights back, and he does look for it, but I think Emerson went for the block. Garrett gave him a break and lifted. Bustos fights Jeremy Scher for 13th. The top part of the field has decided to go single file. Looks like Harry Grindell has gotten the 70 truck out on track, albeit 4 laps late. We only have 35 trucks on the track. Looks like Simmons and Scrimmetta, 77 and the 07. Right behind Dill, battling for that 9th spot. Hayden Lowell has Mike Edwards, Colin Teague right on his tailgate. Trenton has Lucas Hoisman outside. See 71 and 7 remain nose to tail up front. Hoisman trying to go high lane and swoop around Trenton. Now Lucas looks at the back bumper of the Chick-fil-A Ford, trying to get him up off the bottom. Lucas deciding it is time to go in that Labor 12 Toyota. Takes over that 2nd spot. We'll see if he has anything for Talon, our leader. We'll try the same move. Didn't quite get alongside Talon just yet, but he's not giving up. Just trying to push air over onto that rear spoiler and pull him back. So I may have brushed the wall there a little bit, trying to get the arc. Cost him a bit of time and allowed Harper to get to the inside. Single file back to the back end of the top 10. That's Scrimmetta back there in the 11. Watching Hoisman now try to fight back on Harper once again. Passed Harper on the low side the first time. He had that bobble entering turn 1, brushed the outside wall, lost his momentum. Hoisman trying to keep the 7 side by side so you can use the speed down the backstretch. We'll see if Talon tries to give draft to the 7. Those two working together. Seven got tight, pushed up the hill. Lucas takes the spot as the 7 had to lift. Trenton Steed now trying to take that 3rd spot. As Trenton gets to the outside and tries to keep the 7 of Harper pinched down. Hayden Lowell's made his way up into the top 5. Right there beside Mike Edwards. Hayden, one of the better tire savers in SRL. No surprise to see him starting to come forward as the draft wears off and these trucks have to rely on that grip of the tire. Up ahead, Hoisman going for the race lead. Gets his lap lead anyway. Even though he hasn't completed the pass, he'll pick up that lap lead. Still have this battle with Harper and Lowell. This outside line starting to come in really well. Hoyt was taking the lead with it. You saw Sneed and Lowell both pass Harper with it. Talon still fighting that inside, but Hoytsma not letting him. There it is, another lap lead for Hoytsma. They might be side by side, but Hoytsma's picking up the lap sled. Trent Sneed right there. He's going even higher than Hoytsma. We get the front 6 trucks all 2x2. Went single file for a while, but that is over. Rolling back to, looks like John Garrett and 10th. We're in this little mini pack. 10 pack of trucks. Now Hayden's to the inside of Trenton for 3rd. Lucas is finally going to clear Talon for the lead. We'll drop back and watch the 56 and 81. I think we've had an issue with Colin T. 50 truck. We're still green, but he's dropping down the running order in a hurry. All the way to last. Let's see what happened to Colin. 07 gets to his inside. 53 gets to his outside. They make contact. 07 saved his race by turning the 50. 50 stayed down in the grass, and that's why we stayed green. Didn't come out on the track. Lucas leads Talent. Then you have Nathan Harper, or Hayden Law, Nathan Harper, Mike Edwards, Thomas Dill, your top 6. John T. Garrett, beneficiary of that commotion in front of him, up to 7th now. Trenton Sneed's fallen to 8th. Maybe he's cooked that right front a little bit. Might even be some right side door damage on that 81 truck. Saw the number rubbed off. Yeah, back part of that 8. Looks like it's been up against the fence. Or another truck, one of the two. I have Scrametta battling him for that 8th spot, and then about a half second back to Josh Emerson. Emerson has Scherer, Jake Bustos, Dylan Simmons, Daniel Llewellyn, Ian Montrose, Matt Benke, Dalton Hayes, Dave Hoitzman, Jeff Price, Quinn Newton, the current top 10, Travis Martin, 21st, Ethan Evers, 22nd, Jake Lawrence, 23rd, TJ Floyd, 24th, Margison, 25th, Mullins, 26th, Randy Lee, 27th, Hayden Askey, 28th, J.R. Deals, 29th, Scott Elston, 30th, Jay Munch, 31st, Will Asherbanner, 32nd, Mark Dingman, 33rd. Let's see, Colin Teague, there he is. Colin well behind the field now, 16 seconds behind the leader. Harry Grindell just ahead of him. Those two trucks 34th and 35th, albeit Harry 4 laps down. That is the way they run at lap 17. Talon's moved up a bit in the 71. Hoitzman's still able to hold the bottom. Should give Talon runs on the straightaway, but Hoitzman will be able to get away in the corners. Now Talon's going to go to the inside for the lead. Hoitzman's going to run that second groove. Should charge back ahead down the straightaway. Hayden darn near hit the wall. We got a wrecker in the back. That's Ian Montrose in the 1. They're scattering around him. The Homelander Chevy is jumped. Racing Daniel Llewellyn here. Ian comes up the track right across the nose of Daniel Llewellyn, not clear. Hard impact head first into the outside wall, then gets clobbered. I'm proud of Ian for holding this brake though. Oh my gosh, who was that? Is that the 1666 Askey? It was. Came in there. Just destroyed the... Man. The one car was already broken, so fortunately for Ian, that didn't do anything worse. But man, let's go in the cockpit of this truck, see if he ever saw that coming. And throttling up. You see the wreck up ahead, he's still on the throttle, then he starts to let out of it. He just couldn't slow down in time. Couldn't make up his mind in time, I suppose is the right way to word that. At this point, I'd be lifting and finding an exit. Newcomer to the series, don't know how much experience he has in these trucks. Maybe didn't know it would be that difficult to change direction last minute. But here we go onto the pit lane. And it is everybody. 20 laps in, everybody's hitting the pit lane. Let's take a look and see if we can figure out how many tires we have tonight. Hayden down on the way, Mikey down on the way. They're not taking tires. And the rest of them do. That's a lonely feeling. Let's have a chat with... Let's pick Hayden. Mikey Hayden, Mikey Hayden, Mikey Hayden. Let's pick Hayden. Find Hayden. Well, Hayden's not in T2X. Is he down in low drag? No. There he is, down at the boys. What are you doing way down here? You probably didn't hear me because that was the first thing I said. What are you doing way down here?
I heard you say way down here the first
Ju-
time.
Just missed the what are you doing?
Uh, just a little change of scenery tonight. Kind of was down there with them for the street stocks, and I just never had the. I was too lazy to move.
10-4. Were you too lazy to take tires here? Or you just saving the sets for later?
No, I wanted to save that set for later, and I thought that there were going to be more people that were on the no tire train, and I was wrong.
How many sets we got tonight?
3 lane in the pits.
3 lane in the pits. So you would ideally 25, 50, 75-ish? Ideally? Not
If it
quite
was
in that
all
window yet?
green, yeah, but it's still 2 green flag stops from here. So people that use their first set here, I feel like they're just boxed in too much. So if we can go like another 10, 15 laps, just like we had there, and get another caution, then I kind of like where I'm at. But
You know,
I felt like I'd be too boxed in later if I took a set.
not to brag, but every time I've won at Vegas, it's on the strategy you're pulling right now.
Well, that makes me feel a little bit better. Then let me just wipe.
Take your lumps, and then have your tires later.
Exactly.
Just try to stay on lead lap.
Yeah, that's going to be the only problem.
Yep.
If it goes green from here, I'm in real trouble. But get a timing caution, and we got some tires to play with.
And if you got a set of tires left with 4 laps to go, and a caution comes out, you're golden, freaking golden.
Exactly. And it's
All right.
SRL. The odds of a green-white checker are very significant.
True, they are not insignificant. We'll give it that.
Exactly.
All right, sir. Good luck to you, and we'll see how this works out for you.
As long as I stay on the lead lap.
For now.
For now.
Montrose just died, by the way. What did he have to say when all that went down?
Lots of moaning and groaning, and that's how my season has gone.
So he didn't realize that he just went across Daniel's nose.
I think he looked at it and said it seems like a racing incident, but I haven't had a chance to look at it.
I mean, it was a racing incident. He got tight and pushed up into Daniel's nose.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, you haven't seen it. I get it.
Exactly. So I got no clue.
I get it.
You know what?
I was just
My
seeing what he
fault.
said.
My fault.
Your
My
fault?
fault.
Okay. We're blaming Hayden again.
Sounds good.
Clearly Hayden's fault because he stayed out on
Clearly.
tires after the wreck, so that's how he caused it.
Yes.
All right, half a lap away. Good luck. Put Hayden back in his channel. Having some fun with the race leaders. He came down for fuel only. Did not take the tires, which, if you catch the brakes, is a great idea. Odds are you'll get a caution, but it's possible that you don't. So it is a gamble, and we are in Vegas. Gonna go green to start lap 23. It's this very nondescript iRacing pace car sedan will get out of our way. We will go back to green flag racing in the Labor 12 Truck Series. Green flag in the air. Hayden gets a clean jump. No tire spin. Edwards a little bit slower on the jump. Talon Smith's going to take second, and the tires are going to come very quickly. Talon Smith on a fresh set. He'll go out to the lead. The 7 of Harper has fresh tires, but stuck behind Edwards. We'll go up to the front as this battle for the lead will be over quickly. Talon Smith catches Hayden down the back stretch into turn 3, and Talon will set sail. Lucas Hoytsma, the next truck on tires in the 97, will take over second relatively short order. He'll sweep around the outside of the 56. More tires coming behind as this will be the story. And we get our second caution really quickly. Looks like Quinn Newton's dropping down the lineup. Trying to find the 88. There he is. Back in the back part of the field. He's ahead of Matt Benke. They check up in front of him. Llewellyn, Dalton Hayes. Llewellyn. Well, Matt Benke gets Quinn at the end of that. What happened with Llewellyn and Hayes? Try to get a drone over this. See Hayes down on the inside. Llewellyn running in the middle. Llewellyn gets loose behind the 15. Then comes down into Dalton. Llewellyn losing that truck. Collects Dave Hoytsma and others. So we get a blackout there. Try to see how Randy makes it through. And we can't. We're trying. Move up some. See if Margerson makes it through. Not quite. Gets some right damage at the end of that. Travis made it through. 63, Mr. Ghostman. I think he's going to make this left turn and avoid it all. Margerson tried to follow his teammate, but got caught up in it. Travis gets his 63 through there. Unfortunately, didn't get to see much after the wreck. We'll see what happens to Llewellyn here. There it is, stepping out on him. You see the smoke starting to come out. Llewellyn did take a set of tires, so it's a little surprising he got loose like that. Then we wait for the black screen to go away, and then we'll see the carnage at the end. He's already torn up. Asherbrenner, I think he slowed down and missed most of it. Daddy Dave's got some left rear damage. Quinn Newton obviously getting spun around at the end of that. Ian Montrose, well, he's 2 laps down after having to take the tow from his truck, getting absolutely demolished on that last crash. Harry Grindell picked up the Lucky Dog last lap, went from 4 laps down to 3 laps down. Montrose showing 2 laps down. He'll get the Lucky Dog as long as he didn't hit anything here. Montrose apparently angry at Daniel Llewellyn for Montrose sliding up the track and turning across Daniel's nose. That's amusing. Back to the front we go. Talon. Hayden. This bodes well for Hayden saving his set of tires. I think he'll still save. This caution helps him stay on lead lap. I think he will stay out and preserve his spot. Schweitzma took the set of tires. Harper set of tires. Price did not. It's fuel only for Price. Mike Edwards took a fuel stop as well. Thomas Dill fuel, or 4 tires in 7th. John Garrett 4 tires in 8th. Scrimmetta 4 tires in 9th. Sims 4 tires in 10th. Emerson tires. Then you have Evers, he took fuel only. Bustos took tires, as did Trenton, as did Scherer. Mullins even came down for a fuel stop. Benke tires, ASCII tires, Dingman tires, and Colin Teague fuel stop. That was all on the last caution. The drivers that have come down here. Travis Martin topped off the tank, as did Jake Lawrence. TJ took a set of tires. Dalton Hayes tires. Waitsman fuel, Llewellyn fuel. JR Deal tires and maybe some repairs. Quinn Newton, Will Asherbrenner, both those trucks extended stops, so could be some more repairs there. Randy Lee, some 29 seconds, 30 second stop for him. Margerson, the whole minute, we saw him get the right side damage. Scott Elston, he took fuel. Ian Montrose, 4 tires. Harry Grindell, 40 seconds. I don't know if he got into the wall or something. I haven't seen him near a truck most of the race. Apparently he picked up a little damage. He has also the Lucky Dog, as Ian Montrose must have been involved in that last one. He's gone from 3 laps down to 2 laps down. So now Harry Grindell and Ian Montrose 34th, 35th on the same lap. So they have somebody to race. Let's get a chat with Ian. Well, we got about a lap till green. Ian, DG, got a copy?
Yes.
Well, it looked like a little bit of a disagreement with the 23 truck there under the yellow, which I'm sure stemmed from the previous yellow. What was going on there?
I don't know. I held my line on the bottom. He was pinching me tight at the bottom, and it wrecked me into the top wall. And, I don't know. Just a disagreement. You know, he was chatting big talk yesterday about parking me, but he causes enough wrecks himself, so I don't know. It's just one of those racing deals, but to be honest with you, it just sums up how this season's gone so far, so it is what it is.
10-4, well, you got Cody back. That's nice, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect.
Try to find positive.
Hey, you got plenty of time to go to try to get those 2 laps back. We'll see how it goes. Good luck.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Ian Montrose in the 1, his side of the story. Maybe we'll get Daniel later on. Don't want to distract them while we're under green flag, which we're about to be. Pace car heads off. Here we go. Talon Smith, Hayden Lowell leading him to the green. There it is. Green flag back in the area, inside line. Really stacked up. Lucas got a decent jump, but then behind him, Jeff Price did not get that decent jump. Price not on new tires. Talon is, Hoytsma is. They go to the front. Harper gets around Hayden. That is new tires versus old. Hayden, Mikey, and Jeff Price, 4th, 5th, and 6th. They all have the old tires, so they're going to be very vulnerable here. John Geert in 7th has the fresh tires, so we're looking to move around these guys. Harper battling Hoytsman for that 2nd spot. Complete lap 29. 20 laps away from giving away those halfway points. Most of the field too wide still after that restart. This is the early part of the run where that draft can maintain. Feel almost like a super speedway. Harper using teammate Talon's draft there, trying to pull ahead of Hoytsma. And Talon goes up to get his corner entry to save the tire. Down they go, banging off doors. Oh my gosh, this battle is good for 3rd, and this battle is great for 4th one back. There are all kinds of 2 and 3 wide. John Garrett has made it through all the trucks that did not take tires. He's now up to 4th. Travis Scrimmetta has made his way through them as well, up to 5th. Dylan Simmons passing all the trucks with no tires. He's now up to 6th. Jeff Price falling back. But he's got the old rubber. Here comes Bustos through, the 74 Army machine. Go back up and watch Harper and Hoytsma. They're still side by side. Hayden Lowell's falling back to the 12th spot. Edwards 10th. So those trucks trying to save a set of tires. Pay the price right now. Hoping it pays off later on. Hoytsma trying to hang on that right rear of the 7. Didn't quite do it. It sounded like somebody in the grass. Running order. Colin Teague again. Colin Teague again. 4 wide coming off of turn number 4. Didn't go well. Turns Jeremy Shearer and Colin Teague. I think Shearer may have poofed out of there. May have been too far back. Cliff Mullins right up the track, right in front of Mark Dingman. Trying to see who set that one off. We're still green, so hopefully we're not missing too much, but Mullins is getting a push from the 50. That is why he got pushed up the track a bit. Took exception, kept him low, and then 4 wide coming out of the corner. Just ran out of room. Mullins able to rebound quite nicely. We're still green. Mullins is currently 26th. Colin Teague 32nd. He's not having much luck. Check for Jeremy Shearer. There he is, 33rd. Still on the lead lap. He's going to have to hope for a caution to catch back up. His top 3 are now nose to tail. Hoytsma is settled in 3rd. Sims and Scrimmetta. This is about the most Vegas looking top 5 I've ever seen, with the 71, the 7, the 97, the 77, and the 07. It's a hell of a lot of 7s. Very Vegas. John Garrett, the first one without a 7 in 6th spot. Moving back to some 7s, 73 of Emerson and the 74 of Jake Bustos. 53 of Thomas Dilk, and then the 47 of Dalton Hayes. That is your top 10. Uncanny number of 7s in the top 10. Top 3 kind of settle in, making laps. Still racy back here between the 07 and the 77. Dylan Sims and Travis Scrimmetta. See Josh Emerson looking inside John Garrett. Emerson will drive it in there. Thankfully, John Garrett saw him at the last second. Emerson then drifts up the track. I think we're single file all the way back to Evers. Mark Digman, 17th and 18th. There goes Jeff Price to pit lane. 19 truck. Jeff Price to the pit lane under green. What happened to Jeff's truck? There he is. 17 laps on his fuel tank. Maybe them tires were giving up on him and he decided enough was enough. Top three are broken away by a second and a half. Look at this pack of trucks. Simmons, Skrmetta, Garrett, Emerson, Bustos, Dilligan Hayes, and Venke, TJ Floyd, Mike Edwards. Edwards is the first of the trucks that have not taken a set of tires this whole race. Currently 13th, Hayden 14th. I'm probably wanting those tires right about now. We don't get an automatic caution for the stage. We do rolling stages. So no guarantee they'll get a yellow. They're going to have to figure things out. Harper and Hoytsman side by side again for second behind Talon Smith. Hoytsman this time has traded the top for the bottom. They're single file through the top 10 once again. Looking for Colin Teague, there he is. Cliff Mullins. Mullins has had an issue and been shoved out of the field. Didn't see what happened to him. Have to ask him after the race. Jimmy Sherry, we saw what happened to him. Because Cliff held his position when he went through all that. Maybe he got damaged and just can't quite keep up anymore. Cliff struggling now in the 37. Harper Hoytsman, same story, different verse. Hoytsman's back to the top. Now he's giving Talon a push into turn one. Hoytsman clears Harper. This group's starting to catch back up. Simmons out in front. Simmons out in front. Skrmetta tucked in line as well with John Garrett. Saw Everson and Bustos 73-74 almost got together there. This pack was over a second and a half behind. Now it's just 7/10, so they're in the draft. Closing in on halfway. Have to also be looking for green flag pit stops. 23 laps since these trucks were on the pit lane. Not sure what their fuel window is, so I didn't get that info before the race. Don't want to interrupt anyone now and ask. Is Talon Harper your top three? Dylan Simmons, Travis Skrmetta, John T. Garrett, Josh Emerson, Jake Bustos. And that gap's still dropping. It's down to under half second. Simmons in the Chick-fil-A truck is catching Harper in the Chick-fil-A truck. Dalton Hayes, Matt Venke, TJ Floyd at the back end of this, getting a little racy. He's 10th, 11th, and 12th. Venke and Floyd battle for 11th. Venke went with the middle. Floyd thought he was going to the bottom. They almost made door-to-door contact there. Dill hanging on to the 9th spot right now. Bustos and Emerson right in front. Then John Garrett. Travis Skrmetta, Dylan Simmons. I always want to call him Sims. Harper's fallen back a little bit from this lead pack. So Lucas is taking the lead. Talon Smith settles for second. Closing in on those points at halfway. Go out at the end of lap 50. 146. 4.5 laps away from that. Dill thought about going to the outside of the 74. Decided not to at the moment. Still looking. Cut to the inside. Try to pick up spot here. See the Artemis Esports Chevrolet to the inside. Heading into turn number 1. Gets past the 74 of Jake Bustos. He's going to slide up the track. Bustos cut him a break. He could have punted him. Bustos doing the nice thing, giving him a break. Dill takes over the 8th spot. Hoisma's still out front. Talon Smith still second. The gap has grown to almost a quarter second. Harper's fallen back a ways in the Chick-fil-A truck. He's about to lose that 1 second gap to the front. It's Harper drifting back towards Dylan Simmons. About a half second each way for the Chick-fil-A number 7. And the Chick-fil-A 07. It's quite amusing. 77 Scrimetta. John Garrett having a strong run. Josh Emerson, Thomas Still. This might be one of Emerson's best runs since joining SRL. Jake Bustos in 9th. Dalton Hayes 10th. Hayes and 49 of Floyd battling for that final spot in the top 10, trying to get those stage points. Just over a lap away from handing those down. The top 12 trucks have a 3 second gap over the rest of the field. And we get our caution right at the stage. Jay went slow on the apron. Randy Lee bounces it off the outside wall, collects J Munch, turns him into the outside wall, then J Munch goes right down into Will Asherbrenner's lap. 31 truck, nowhere to go. Sends J Munch back up into the outside wall. The 69 truck goes for a ride, bouncing off a couple trucks there. Will Asherbrenner, that had to be a scary onboard for the 31. Let's see if we can get a drone shot here. Ride above the 69. He's behind Randy Lee heading into 1 and 2. Trouble's going to happen when they come off of turn 2. Jake Lawrence tucked in behind. Randy Lee's going to catch the outside wall, careens down into 69 of J Munch. Nothing J Munch could do, just a passenger at that point. And then trying to catch it, Will Asherbrenner full speed ahead down on the apron, trying to get past everything. Catches a lap full of the 69 truck. Let's get a cockpit ride off the 31. See the accident unfolding just ahead. Thinks he's clear, then boom! J Munch right in the lap. Will Asherbrenner getting the worst of that one. Front end of that Silverado caved in. Well, that was the end of lap 50, so let's look at our stage points. There you go. Dylan Sims got 10, DJ Floyd 9, Lucas Hoytsma 8, Talon Smith 7, Nathan Harper 6, Travis Scrimetta 5, John Garrett 4, Josh Emerson 3, Dave Hoytsma 2, and Thomas Dill picked up the final point. Drivers had to decide between staying out and getting halfway points or coming down pit lane. Awkward time for that caution to come out. But the rules are the rules. End of lap 50 no matter what. Throws a wrench into everyone's strategy. Hopefully the pit lane is open for some of these guys if they want to come back down. If not, they may be picking up penalties here. Evans does come down the second time, as does TJ Floyd and Dave Hoytsma. We shall see if they get away with it or not. Kind of want to turn on driver chat and find out. So Lucas, with everyone pitting, goes back to the lead. I'm sure those trucks that saved a set of tires are thrilled to get a new set of tires on finally. So Lucas, your leader, Harper second, Hayes third, Talon Smith fourth. Looks like Dalton may have taken 2 tires in the 47. Let's see if we find him in a chat somewhere. We can ask him about that. He is. Dalton, DG, you got a copy? My little monitor says you may have taken 2 tires here. What's the call? What's the idea?
Well,
didn't take any. Wow. Oh, that's better than
Like,
2, I think.
You're going to need the 2 sets towards the end because typically there is a very late caution here and you'd be a sitting duck if you don't have tires.
Correct.
See you. I have 2 sets left now.
10-4. Good luck to you, sir.
Yeah, I'm about to drop like a rock.
Yes. Hopefully he does it safely. Alright, let's see who is on wave around duty. Jeff Price, Harry Grindell, Ian Montrose, all on wave around duty. So 70 and 1 go from 2 laps down to 1 lap down. They're hoping for a quick yellow. It's been 26 laps since they serviced those trucks. 14 laps for Price, not as bad. He's back on the lead lap. Grindell and Montrose will be 1 lap down still. They will be fighting for the lucky dog. 70 and 1. Whiteswinger leader now over Harper, Hayes, Smith, and Garrett. Garrett, the only one in the top 5 without a 7 in his number. Uncanny number of 7s. Then it's Scrimmetta in the 77, Emerson in the 73, and that's your top 7. Oh my gosh. So Vegas-y right now. Pace cars off. Here we go with the second half of the race. Lucas Hoytsma gets the jump on Harper, leaves him in the dust. Fortunately for the pack, that's not all that helpful at the beginning of these runs. A very big draft effect. They'll surely get in single file and catch him up in a hurry. So that half-second lead he got on the jump, he's going to disappear. Hayes has Scrimmetta to his outside. That's for 4th. Hayes not taking a set of tires here, so he will be on the slide. He'll start drifting back. And we get that quick caution that the back of the field needed. We'll see who is involved.
Didn't mean to get up to you.
Harry Grindell's involved.
Nope, all good. We're still straight. I don't think I've got damage, and you don't have any on your right, so.
Tight quarters, 3 wide coming out of turn 4 again. Stop me if you've seen this movie. Let's see, that's TJ Floyd in 49. He's going to get clear. Here comes the 85 and 88. Quinn Newton and Scott Elston. Ashburn up by the wall. Looks like Newton, I guess, wanted to come up a little bit. And the 31 was down off the wall a little bit. Kind of met in the middle. Let's try it one more time. Yeah, right there, Quinn's like, I guess he thought he was a little too close to Scott, and he just moves up the track. And at the same time, Williams like coming off the wall. They meet in the middle in a 3-wide situation, and it tears up some trucks. We hit that unfortunate blink there, so I'm not sure if Ian makes it through here or not. And he does. There you go. Ian Montrose, going to be your lucky dog. Well timed for him. I don't know. Harry's ahead. Yeah, he gets the back of the 69. So Harry going to lose the lucky dog there. I think J Munch may have called that a race in the 69. I think he was in an incident earlier and then gets more damage here. He's sitting on the pit lane, maybe getting the repairs. Quinn Newton on the pit lane as well. They're going to be 34th and 35th. Ian
Lucky dog outside.
There he goes, the lucky dog. He'll be back on the lead lap in 30 seconds. Maybe 31st as well. Asher gets past. Yeah, Will's on the pit lane too. So 3 trucks on the pit lane. And who that helps? Jeff Price. Price gets to come down, service his truck after staying out on that last caution for the wave around. So he gets the wave around to get his lap back, and then gets the yellow to service the truck. Montrose will get to service his truck. Harry, I'm sure, took the service, or will take the service here. I think he gets the pit this time by. Same
Hi,
with
Dave.
Montrose.
Hello.
Hi, Chase Greg. That's a me and Dave thing. Why did you just steal that from me?
Wow.
I heard it too often on Thursday. It's ingrained in my head.
Top 25 stay out all the way back to Colin Teague. Ethan Evers
Dave,
came down,
hello.
took fuel. Elston fueled up. Hayden
Hello, Zach.
Askey fueled up. Jeff Price, as we
There,
saw.
now you can all the riffraff can say it now.
Margerson, shut the hell up. Campaign Ray. Coming in with the freaking raid of 91 while we're showing off our 29th place truck and 30th. These boys back here getting their trucks repaired. Montrose just getting back on that lead lap. Thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream, my friend? I believe the campaign is the real name for it, Malik. Hope you had a great stream, my friend. How was the race? I'm pretty sure you had a important race tonight. How did it go for you? He got third? Hell yeah. Way to go, sir. Strong start to the season. Thank you for putting that shout out into Campaign Ray. If you guys don't follow already, make sure you get on over there and follow as we watch the final 40 laps of this Labor 12 Truck Series race from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Lucas Hoytsma currently out in front of Nathan Harper, Talon Smith, Travis Cremetta, and John T. Garrett in the 41. Then Dalton Hayes, Josh Emerson, Jake Bustos, Thomas Steele again, Travis Martin. That is your current top 10. Fantastic race so far. Lots of drafting because of these trucks on this Las Vegas. It's very, very interesting. And then the right front kind of wears off, and then all bets are off. And whoever's able to save while still maintaining the draft kind of starts to surge ahead. Appreciate the follow there, G Range. Welcome on in, everybody. If you're brand new to our channel, welcome. If you want more information on our leagues, check out dgsracing.com. And if you want to join our community, click that big red snake on that homepage and you will join our Discord. You can run any of our 9 different series. We run 6 different nights a week, 9 different leagues. We'd love to have you be part of it. dgsracing.com. Hoytsma, your current leader. I should check in with him real fast. Luke DG, got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, about a half a lap away from green. What do you think? We got one more pit stop left if we go from here on green?
Yeah. I think everybody in the field's at least 5 or 6 laps short on fuel. Nobody's gonna make it, so it all depends on when you want to take those tires. If a caution comes out after you take them, you're pretty deep in a hole, so it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, that's why some people have 2 sets left.
So some people, I'm sorry.
That's why people have 2 sets left, yeah?
Yeah, I was thinking about saving it on that first one, but everybody on the team was like, "Oh, we're just gonna dig."
All right, Blake,
Okay.
good luck.
Thanks.
Leader Lucas Hoytsma talking through his strategy. He's a little nervous for those late race cautions, but he's made his bed now, taking 2 sets already. Kind of playing roulette about when to take the other set. As the field works back towards the restart. Lucas choosing the outside, gets the jump. Tries to bring teammate Travis Scrimetta with him. Travis not quite up to the task. It's going to let the 7 of Harper clear. Talon Smith's going to push through and get to 3rd. Scrimetta's going to settle for that 4th spot. We get a 4-truck breakaway. It's John Garrett a little further back, and that looks like Josh Emerson almost getting into Dalton Hayes. Battle is one back here. Bustos, Hayes. Remember, Hayes still has those old tires. So 47 Dew truck's going to be heading backwards. Travis Martin and Thomas Dill, the next 2 to try and pass the Dew SA machine. Up front, we got a 4-pack of trucks going at it. Lucas Hoytsma, oh no, we get a caution and a big wreck in the back. So we can get back there and see what happened. Fortunately, it looks like TJ Floyd involved in this one. That's the 07 Dylan Simmons. Trenton Sneed, the fan favorite. Oh no. Oh, what a mess that was. Go up onto the drone shot here. Simmons gets to the inside of Sneed. Charges it in there. And then Randy Lee comes down on Trenton. Bounces him into Simmons. And unfortunately, Trenton caught up in that one with TJ Floyd and Simmons. No fault of their own as Randy Lee caught the outside wall in the 0-0. Shot him down the track. Take one more look at that one. Follow the white Rangers truck, comes down the hill into Trenton Steed. Maybe he didn't know they were 3 wide. Collects Trenton and Simmons and TJ Floyd in the 49. Randy's truck not looking too bad off after that, but heavy damage to the 81. Let's see if Harry got the lucky dog this time. Hopefully he avoids everything. He's fairly far back from the pack, trying to preserve his lucky dog. He knows he can't make contact with anybody. Sees the wreck unfold, turns it hard left, almost loses it. Fortunately doesn't, because that would have been a 2x and loss of the lucky dog. Looks like Harry Grindell able to preserve that lucky dog. He'll be back on the lead lap. We'll have 32 trucks on the lead lap, so much as the trucks that were just involved don't go a lap down. And here goes Harry back on the lead lap. His team Kamikaze Toyota. Welcome back to the lead lap, Harry Grindell. If you just joined us, he started the race 4 laps late. Rather impressive that he's been able to get back on the lead lap through waiver rounds and now the lucky dog. First caution, he was the only truck off the lead lap, so he got one there. And he took a waiver round, at least one. He may have taken 2 waiver rounds as people came down pit lane. And he's getting the lucky dog once again. Harry Grindell sticking it out, starting 4 laps down, making it to the lead lap. Let's check on those trucks on pit lane. Randy Lee's right front suspension is junk on that Chevy Silverado. Probably going to have a meatball. Let's see if he has a fast repair, because that truck is not looking good. Probably headed right back to the pit road. See the toe knocked out on that truck. Wheels pointing the wrong direction. Fortunately, he can feel something's wrong with that truck and brings it back to the pit lane, because that would be disastrous if he tried to race with that. Harper now your leader. Let's see if we can have a chat with Nathan Harper. Nate, DG, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, sir, we find ourselves up front in that Chick-fil-A Ford. You already picked up 1 win this season. What are the odds of picking up number 2 here tonight?
Well, on the long runs there, when we were a 3-car breakaway, I mean, I couldn't really hang with them on tires. So, I mean, I don't know, but now that I'm up front, maybe I can get something going. Dirty area is pretty bad here, but got to figure out how to save tires to have a shot in this one.
10-4. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Nathan Harper, the leader. That Chick-fil-A Ford. See, Lucas has gone to the pit lane and taken fuel here. 97 drops back to 18th. Was leading this race in the name of picking up some extra fuel. Interesting call there from the 97. Did not take tires, just came down for fuel. And you have his father, Dave Hoitzman, also for fuel, along with Jake Lawrence. I think Elston may have taken a fast repair. That truck was only on their pit lane for 0.9 of a second. Ethan Evers looks like he's coming back down to top off the tank. TJ Floyd filled up the tank, as did Scribetta. These guys were fighting up towards the lead not too long ago. Now they're way back in the field. Randy Lee, he took that fast repair. Truck looking brand new now. Wheels pointing in the correct direction. Now he can fix it up and get set to race again. There's Evers filling up the tank. Heading back to the action. J Much, he had a 5-minute repair for the 69 Mission Barbecue Chevy. He's back out there 4 laps down in the 33rd spot. Only 2 trucks down out of the race. Trenton Sneed 34th, 4 laps down and counting. And Quinn Newton currently 11 laps back. Both those trucks off the racetrack behind the wall. Harper, your leader. Lights out on our pace car. We got about a half a lap before we go green once again. Start lap 66 of 100. Should get that iRacing sedan out of our way momentarily. And there it goes. Field in the hands of Harper. He gets to decide when we go. And there it is. Green flag in the air. Harper and Smith. Teammates work that start pretty well. Should see Smith jump in behind Harper. So we watch third place John Garrett and Jake Bustos. Third and fourth, Josh Emerson. He comes down right on the door of Travis Martin. Fortunately, they didn't get any kind of crazy netcode going there. Top 6 goes single file. Hayden Lowell in 7th. Dalton Hayes 8th. Hayes still not taking that second set of tires. Can't believe he's still in the top 10. Top 2 checking out. John Garrett, Jake Bustos, Travis Martin. Top 5, Josh Emerson 6th. Hayden Lowell 7th. Dalton Hayes 8th. Mike Edwards up to 9th. Zach Margison, haven't said his name a lot. Currently in the 10th spot. Mike Edwards looking inside Dalton Hayes. As for the 8th spot. Should see that 47 truck steadily march backwards with the old tires. Margison in the 55 trying to make his approach. Going to push Dalton into turn 1. Dives to the inside. Wraps around the white line. Comes up the hill a little bit. Fortunately had the room to do so. Mike Edwards, meanwhile, setting off after Hayden Lowell. He's got his Fort Worth Chevy to the inside of that Napa truck. Tucked right in behind the 74 of Jake Bustos. See Emerson using the apron. Comes up on Bustos. Probably didn't realize Bustos was out there. Bustos gets shoved up the hill. That helps Edwards pick up 2 spots. Now Hayden drops in line. Hayden trying to get inside Edwards. Edwards trying to get inside of the Emerson truck, and Emerson trying to hold him off. All 3 of those trucks are way to the left of the racing surface. Edwards clears to the top 5. Hayden will try and follow Edwards through. They now have 3/10 to make up on Travis Martin in 4th. It's the Ghost Man behind John Garrett. They've reeled in the top 2. Talon Smith and Nathan Harper. 30 laps to go from Las Vegas Motor Speedway in the Labor 12 Truck Series. It's like Emerson not quite done with Hayden Lowell, trying to fight back on the inside. Hayden probably wanting to save some tire. Emerson not trying to let him do that. You heard him say if we go green, we're probably about 5-6 laps short on fuel. Definitely the top, 14 trucks can't do anything on fuel. And now moving into 14th, that is Lucas Huisma passing J.R. Deal. And still wearing 16th. He was running in the top 10 most of the race, but falling back a ways. Huisma, one of the best trucks, came down for fuel only on this last stop. So he's about 13 laps better than most of the field on fuel, especially everyone ahead of him. Quite a few trucks now single file. That goes all the way back. I want to say that was Scarmetta, the first one out of line. It's Colin T going around Dalton Hayes. Huisma trying to make his way past that truck with no tires. I say no tires, old tires. 3 wide behind him. We've seen this go poorly a lot. Jeff Price, 53 of Dilg, 68 of Lawrence. We're on the other end of the speedway. Maybe turn 2 it isn't so bad, but coming out of 4, we've seen this go disastrously. Still 3 wides. Now Simmons gets in there. And they catch Dalton Hayes. Jake Lawrence going to give him a rub. Fortunately, everyone able to sort that out. That is the price of not having fresh tires. Dalton Hayes dropping like a rock. All the way down into 18th. I'm just interviewing him up in the 3rd, 4th. He was well up in the field. Up ahead, Simmons trying to take a spot. Working the inside of Jake Lawrence. Both those trucks topped off on the last caution. Dalton Hayes can't keep the truck down, slides up the hill right in front of Scherer. Scherer had to check up. Could not take his run that he had. That does allow Jeff Price through an 18th. Takes out front. Starting to heat up outside the top two. John Garrett, Travis Martin, Hayden Lowell, Mike Edwards. Third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Like Grossman's going to be able to squeeze in front of Hayden. Hayden gave him a little nudge. Now John Garrett going after second. Gets to the inside of Talon Smith in the 71. Let's see where the Ghostman decides to roll. He goes bottom. Sure, Harper will pull up in front of Talon, try to give him draft down the backstretch. Meanwhile, Ghostman's going to go with John Garrett to the inside. And battle for the lead. John Garrett nearly had his nose in there. Talon's going to be able to drive it off the corner and get back to single file for the top three. Travis Martin now has Hayden Lowell to contend with. Mike Edwards and the 73 of Emerson in the top three as we have caution once again. Cliff Mullins in the 37. No hood, no left front fender. Something's gone all kinds of wrong for the 37 of Mullins. Short track driver out of Virginia. Randy Lee pushes him right up to Harry. I don't think Randy knew Harry was right there in front of Cliff. Cliff maybe trying to lift on it. 0-0. Randy Lee turns Cliff Mullins around. And Cliff, trying to save the race truck, loses it up into the outside wall. Heavy impact for the short track driver from Virginia. He'll get it looped back around. Well, that truck is cooked. We are back under the yellow. And now, do you take your set here? If you have two sets, you obviously take a set here. If you have one set, do you take it here? Do you save it? This will be very interesting to see how it goes up and down the pit lane. Obviously, fuel no longer an issue. Everyone should be able to make it from here. I don't think we're done with cautions. So if I have one set, I'm saving it. If I have two sets, I'm definitely coming down. Slapping on the tires. Now Dalton Hayes, this is what he wanted. Didn't fall back all the way to the end of the field. Didn't go a lap down, so he's got those two sets of tires to play with. Guys that took their lumps early on, they got two sets of tires to play with. So everyone makes it to their pit box and nice and calm, at least in the top four. Literally everybody on pit road except Lucas Hoisman. Lucas has stayed out. Maybe Lucas thinks it's too early. Remember, he came down, topped off the tank, and didn't take tires. Maybe he thinks it's still too early. Field works their way off of pit lane. Now old Lucas up there by himself. Stayed out. 16 laps ago, pitted for fuel only. Happened to Mike, he pitted. Edwards pit. So Travis Martin second. Jake Bustos third. Nathan Harper fourth. J.R. Deal fifth. Josh Emerson sixth. Talon Smith at seventh. Thomas Dilg in the 8th spot. Hayden Lowell 9th. John Garrett in 10th. Mike Edwards is 11th. Taking a set of tires there. Jake Lawrence fuel only 12th. Scribetta fuel 13th. TJ Floyd fuel 14th. Margison 4 tires. Trucks that took tires. Margison, Edwards, John Garrett, Hayden Lowell, Talon Smith, Nathan Harper. Those are all the trucks on 4 fresh tires in the top 15. Other trucks outside the top 15. Matt Banky, Colin Teague, Mark Dingman, Dylan Simmons, Dalton Hayes, Harry Grindell, Scott Elston, Hayden Askey, Ian Montrose, and Cliff Mullins, all on 4 fresh tires. And there's Randy Lee. Looks like he topped the tank off. Will Ashburner got some more damage repair to that 31 racing machine. Jay Munch currently 6 laps down in the 69. Only truck off the lead lap right now. 20 laps to go. Lucas Weissman, your leader. Already taken 2 sets of tires. He thinks another one's coming. I think he's right. Trying to save a set of tires in that 97. We can check in with Travis. Haven't talked with him all race. Chappy Trav, DG, got a copy?
Hello.
Hello. Well, we find ourselves in second. And the truck looks beautiful.
It looks so beautiful. I wonder who did that.
I mean, most of that is Tito's work.
Combination.
Yeah, most of that is Tito's
It was a
work.
combo team. Yeah, I'm a little nervous. I may have made a poor decision.
May have, but you may have made the right call as well.
I need a caution at like 87 or 88, and
I was
we're
going
gonna
to
be
say about, I mean, really about 10 laps and you'll be fine.
Yeah, maybe 90, 91. That'd be pretty
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
Here's hoping our luck is good.
let's still
Gonna
find
just
that.
try to not wreck here and hope I don't get ran over.
10-4. Well, we shall see how it goes. Good luck to you, sir, and Godspeed, I guess.
Love your face.
Love your face more.
Mwah.
Travis Martin in the 63, give him plenty of time to get back to his voice channel and get his video stream into his buds again. He'll be starting on the outside front row alongside Lucas Hoytsman in the 97. Mr. Ghost fan, so good to see that truck back on track again. This is our 9th season of the Labor 12 Truck Series and all of its various formations. Moved from Thursdays to Tuesdays. Now the Xfinity is on the Thursday time slot. There goes our pace car. We are heading back to action. Hoytsma gets a huge jump on Travis Martin. Travis caught napping a little bit there. Hoytsma's just gone. Fortunately, they'll be able to draft back up to him. Bustos on the inside, Martin on the outside. The first set of tires is Harper in that Chick-fil-A truck. Currently in 4th. He has the fresh rubber. Should be able to push to the lead. JR Deal through the middle here, going backwards with old tires. Gets a little bit of Talon Smith doors. Hayden Lowell puts him 3 wide to the inside. Harper trying to find his way through with the tires. He's 3 wide. Hayden's going to squeeze in there. He's trying to make progress on fresh tires. But he's behind a truck that has old tires. Harper should have the preferred position here on the outside of Bustos as long as Hayden doesn't make it 3 wide again. Bustos goes way to the bottom to make sure that doesn't happen. Harper now has people around him on those fresh tires. Talon Smith and Hayden Lowell, the 56 and the 71, all on fresh tires. Hayden's going to go for that 3 wide move. He has put Harper all the way to the top. Bustos in the middle, and 7th caution is out. Oh my. This may be a little too early for those guys that were saving that set. Looks like the 8 of Ethan Nevers just dropping through and lost his nose. He's on the inside of Harry Grindell here. Stuff's happening up ahead, so we'll have to check that out. Daniel Llewellyn in the 23. Again, Daniel Llewellyn. This time Colin Teague gets a piece of him, then it seems to break the 50 steer and turns him right up into him. Ethan Evers nowhere to go, plows into the 23. Let's see if we can get the drone shot going here. Daniel's middle of 3 wide between Jake Lawrence and 15 of Scherer as he goes through turns 3 and 4. And he just doesn't go out to the wall as much as Colin Teague thought he was going to, so they kind of met in the middle. He doesn't have to go up, but Colin Teague thought he would. So they meet in the middle of the racetrack, have a contact. And Ethan Evers, there's nowhere to go. Bam! Plows into Daniel Llewellyn. That had to be a rough one from the cockpit. Let's see. Let's see Llewellyn up ahead, the red truck in the middle of the 3 wide. He'll come down into Colin Teague as Colin's trying to come off the corner. And Daniel just lands right in Ethan's lap. I think he thought they would go into the grass and not be on the racetrack. Let's watch that one more time from the 8. Yeah, I think he thinks he was going to the grass because he saw the 1 truck head that way. The other truck did not follow, stayed in the racing line. Ethan Evers destroys the front of that 8 truck and heads to the pit lane. Kind of want to talk to Travis again. See if this was the window. See if he's taking them here. Well, there's your answer. Travis Martin brings that Ghost Man forward to pit lane. Slaps on those 4 tires. He says it's time to go. We'll see if that was a long enough run to burn off the new off the other guy's tires. Lucas Weitzman once again has stayed out. He thinks it's not done yet. Justos also on older tires behind him. Then Harper, Hayden Lowell, Talon Smith, Josh Emerson, all on fresher rubber. I assume Emerson took at least 2 tires. He has a 10.5 second stop his last time down 7 laps ago. Let's check in with Hayden. I think he'd be an interesting interview right about now. If we can find him hanging out. He was with the boys earlier. Let's see where he is. Now he's up with Chance too. Hayden, I never know where to find you.
Look, just gotta keep you on your toes.
Right? Just giving me a full-time job up here on top of my full-time job.
Exactly. See, just...
Well, we're in 4th. We are one of 3 trucks in the top 5 with fresh tires. How do we feel about closing this one out? Do you think it's going to be the right call? Do you think Hoytsma and Bustos ahead of you saving a set of tires? Do you think that might be the right move?
I definitely think having the extra set of tires is the right move, but it's going to take a very specifically timed caution for them to pay off at this point. So
about 10 or 9 laps to go, I would say. Gives you 5 laps of green.
I think we need to go 6 laps for a caution. Go 5, and I don't think it's enough. Go 7, and you're too close to your white checker. So it's like, to me, like 6 laps. So like that 4 or 5 lap run to the finish.
Yeah, 5 lap run to the finish is perfect.
Yeah, that's what guys with tires would need right about now. So
depending on how many they still have that set of tires, because if they have to go through the whole field, 5 laps won't be enough.
30 trucks on the lead lap right now.
Exactly.
So I mean, you can't really put yourself back in 25th.
Nope.
On 5 laps. You're not going to make that up. So it's you almost get the feeling that you've kind of made your bet at this point. So.
22nd on back has fresh tires now, just so you know.
Yeah, see, I feel like I just have to stay out at this point. So, I don't know, specifically timed caution. If I see Lucas go down, I might follow him. So,
fair enough.
Lucas seems to know what he's doing. So,
I'm sure you two would put on one hell of a show, coming back up through the fields, or wreck everybody. One of the two.
Las Vegas is not my mile and a half. So, yeah, we're gonna go for it here. You know, trophy or steering wheel, right? I
mean, even my dumbass has 3 wins here, and all of it was tire strategy.
I think I have 1, and it's too far to stretch it on fuel, so just go like hell, split it in half, and you don't need to save tire. And that's how I got that one. Otherwise, I don't even think I have an official win here.
Damn.
This is not my track, so we'll see what we can do. Just being on the outside lane, I don't think is great here for the restart, but I don't know, full send, no lift, if gap car, all those classic things. Just I say trophy or steering wheel, but I need points, so we need a solid points day.
Points or steering wheel.
Points or steering wheel, exactly.
All right, sir. Good luck.
Thank you very much, Swiss.
Hayden back down in his chat as we get set for the restart. Appreciate all of our drivers taking the time to hang out with us while we get down to the end of this one. Lucas Weitzman is your leader. It's on older tires. Then you have Bustos, Harper, Hayden Lowell, Talon Smith, the top 5. Front 2 on older tires. Weitzman gets the jump here. This time Harper stays with him pretty well. Bustos falling back. That is not good for race leader Lucas Weitzman as the tires get through there. The freshest tires currently in 22nd. We'll see how he can move up Travis Martin with 12 laps to go. So we stay with this battle towards the front, as I think these 2nd and 3rd place trucks will quickly run down our race leader. Start start to show up here in 3 and 4s. They are right on his tailgate. Harper's going to go to the outside. Huisman makes sure of that. Keeps the bottom protected. Tries to go down on the apron to keep him from side drafting, but it's not going to matter. He moves up the hill to get the arc into the corner. They make a little door-to-door contact. Talon Smith right there in 4th. Looks like Bustos trying to hold on to 5th as Edwards goes around the outside. Now Talon tucks behind Huisman briefly. But Harper takes over the race lead from the top. Hayden Lowell drives it in there hard in that Napa truck. At the moment, tire gamble not looking good for Lucas, but we could get that yellow any moment. And that would change everything as Hayden Lowell dives to the inside on Harper for the race lead. I heard Hayden say he still has a set of tires. So he's one of the ones that took his lumps early on, saved the set. Now Harper and Lowell side by side. Talon Smith going to tuck in behind the 7. Those two are teammates, 7 and 71. Gives him a bump down the front stretch, gets him clear of Hayden Lowell in 2nd now. Now Talon trying to get that spot away. Here comes Mike Edwards. He's cleared Lucas Huisman for the 4th spot. Hayden gets inside Talon. Mike Edwards going to push. And there is the caution in the background. TJ Floyd, oh my gosh, someone just clobbered him. What a hard impact that was. Like the 07 of Simmons. See TJ Floyd in front of Simmons. Simmons around up into the outside wall as TJ Floyd spins it around. And there. That is the 16/66 of Hayden Askew. Or Askey. Sorry. He gets the hard T-bone impact there on TJ Floyd. Let's see if we can get a cockpit view of that, because that was a heck of an impact. Oh my gosh, he tried to turn to the right at the last second, saw the 49 coming back down the track, but in that moment of indecision, it was way too late. Goodness gracious, what an impact. Well, this is right in that window that Hayden was talking about. Quick question. If you join one of these leagues, do you have to go by your IRL name or you can make up one? We usually allow nicknames as long as they're within reason, you know? We don't want nobody's name being Boo Boo Kitty Fuck up in here. But if you got something that looks like a real name, we'll go with it. Human G. I mean, we had a Morn Human in here. M-O-R-N-E. Human. Oh, it's their name. We would like an actual, like, a name to show up. So if it was G Human, that'd be fine. Your name would just show up as human in the board. Edwards and Hayden being silly, driving on the apron there. Is anyone coming down this time? Yes, indeed. Lucas Huisman decided this was the time. He had already lost the lead. So Lucas Huisman going to restart 20th. About 4 laps of green, provided we don't go into green white checker, although I think we will, because at this point everyone's going to treat it like a super speedway and be pushing and shoving. Little Asher Banner, that 31 truck, beaten up on that left side. No, there's no I rating caps or minimums. There are in the playoffs. If you try to join during the playoffs, we want to make sure you're a quality driver if you're joining in the playoffs. So we don't allow just anybody. But if you come in and are terrible, we'll pull you to the side and be like, hey, this is what you need to work on. Get better. Or probably don't need to be out there with everyone ruining everyone else's night. We try to be polite about it, though. We try. Some of us aren't. Cliff Mullins will let you know exactly how he's feeling. Don't have the lights out on the pace car yet, so that's a bit interesting. Let's go chat with Lucas in 20th, see what he feels about coming out of the pits in 20th here. Way back in the field. Luke, DG, got a copy?
Yeah,
Well, you probably didn't expect to come out in 20th, did you?
No, I was hoping. Well, for one, I was hoping we'd get 10 laps in caution. That one where I stayed out, but then we got that other caution. I was like, well, maybe we'll just keep wrecking and I can stay in the front without having to bend anybody up. And then we
Didn't went green long enough where you weren't.
So now we're kind of just locked into picking the tires. So it's about over, but you know, anything could happen.
So, what do you think about, I don't know, green white checkers? Is that going to be advantageous or disadvantageous?
We go green all the way up until the end of 99. That would be ideal. And then we get the green white checkers to start.
And try to pick off 1 or 2 a lap on our green white checkers.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe catch the whole field in a wreck.
There you go.
The white.
It could happen. It could happen. Ask Jay Richter about that.
After all.
Right? Roll them dice. See what happens.
Oh, yeah.
All right, bud. Good luck.
Thank you.
Lucas starting back in 20th here. What a strategy. Let's see who may have taken the tires at the right time. Let's try to track down Travis Martin in 11th. This man has fresher tires than everyone ahead of him, the top 10. We're looking at a 4-lap shootout here. Should we stay green? We'll see if he can make it happen from that 11th spot in that 63 white, black, and blue Ford F-150. He's got 7-lap fresher tires than everybody ahead of him. But only 4 laps to get it done. And Lucas Huisman just bolted on the tires. He is back in 20th. I see some pushing and shoving in our future. I don't think we're done with these yellows. We shall see. Get into that pay window. It's going to pick up. There goes the pace car, hard left down the pit lane. Harper and Smith, your front row. There's the green flag. Harper gets it going pretty well. Talon's going to clear Hayden. You have Hayden, Edwards, Garrett, your top 5. And Emerson and Hayes. Hayes finally bolted on that set of tires. He's on equal strategy with everyone around him. As we said, Travis Martin, the first guy on fresh rubber. He's hemmed in behind the 50 right now. Trying to get to the inside of Colin Teague. Let's see if Martin able to get there. See the field fanning out in the back. There goes the Matt Benke truck. Gets spun around. The 35, the 9. 35 is riding on top of someone. Matt Benke going for a wild ride. There's J.R. Deal involved, and there is the caution I thought was coming. Jake Lawrence was the one carrying Matt Benke around there. That's one way to catch an Uber. Oh my gosh, what a violent hit. Jeremy Scherer sneaks by on the outside. J.R. Deal. There's just Jake Lawrence taking Matt Benke for a little Uber. Let's see what happens here. Harry Grindell's to the inside of Matt Benke. Benke comes down on the nose of Harry Grindell, turns himself around, back up the track into Jake Lawrence and J.R. Deal. I think Thomas Dill may have had a wild view of all that as Benke gets carried off. Let's go on board the Artemis Esports machine. See what Thomas has for us on the replay. Go in behind J.R. Deal. Here goes Benke up the track. Oh my gosh. Slides it through there. Thomas still lives to fight another day in 14th. Let's see if we can see the initial impact of Grindell and Benke. On turn number 2. Can't see nothing but the back of J.R. Deal's truck. All of a sudden you'll see a Skittles truck way to the inside. There he goes. Back up the track. Nice save there by Dill because he gets tagged and turned sideways. Let's take a look from the aerial. See Lucas Huisman's there in the 97. He pulls it hard to the left. Huisman did a great job avoiding that, diving to the left. Now 14th, restarted 20th just a moment ago. And we are headed to our first green-white checker. We get 3 attempts at it. If we don't get it in 3 attempts, we just say the hell with it and call it a race. Otherwise, we could be here until November. You never know. Harper out front in the 7 Chick-fil-A Ford. Talon Smith, his Chevrolet, is 2nd. Hayden Lowell, the Napa Chevy, is 3rd. Mike Edwards, Fort Worth Screen Chevy in the 4th spot. John Garrett, Fort Worth Screen Chevy, 5th. Josh Emerson, Bridgestone Chevy 6th. Dalton Hayes in the USA Chevy in 7th. Colin Teague, the I think it's Join Bass Pro. Yeah, there it is. Join Bass Pro Ford F-150 in 8th. Travis Martin, the Ghostman Ford in 9th. Harry Grindell, this Kamikaze Toyota in 10th. Scott Elston in 11th in the Proline Chevy. Zach Marterson, the Gamer Sup Chevy in 12th. Thomas Dilg, the Artemis Esports Chevy 13th. Lucas Huisma, after pitting to take tires there, all the way up to 14th. Now he's going to have to hope for multiple green-white checkers to try and make up some ground. He's going to need to try and get a truck or two a lap, and then hope for the caution before the end of the lap. It's going to be rough. It's going to be rough sledding for Lucas Huisma. He really wanted that to go green as long as it could. Apparently, green-white checkers not set up. Interesting. We have a clerical error. Green-white checkers were not set up as they were supposed to. And so this is the final lap of the race. I was wondering why our scoreboard wasn't tripping over to 3 to go. There is your answer. The green-white checkers incidentally not set up this race. Nathan Harper in the 7 will be your winner. All he has to do is make it back around to the start-finish line. And Chick-fil-A Ford will be a 2-time winner in the Labor 12 Truck Series this season. How about that? Didn't have that on my bingo card to start the year. Nathan Harper showing up in trucks this season. Field rolls behind the pace car. All they got to do is not get a black flag. They will finish 1, 2, 3 there on your screen. Harper, Smith, and Lowell. Hopefully no one messes up the finishing order. And there it is. Harper is your winner. Talon Smith second, Hayden Lowell third, Mike Edwards fourth, and John Garrett your top 5. If we get the top 5 to the waiting room, top 3 to the waiting room, please and thank you. We'll run through our final results towards the end of the show. Sorry to the fans. Unfortunately, our server was not set up correctly. The green-white checkers not happening tonight. And Harper is your winner. We'll make sure we get that corrected next week. Right along with Harper. Let's see if we can grab him out of team chat, because I know he is up here. Nathan, DG, got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Well, that's one way to win it. Did not know we weren't going to have green-white checkers tonight, but hey, you'll take it, right?
I mean, I guess, yeah.
Well, we get the victory in that Chick-fil-A Ford, number 2 in the season. All you needed to do was just, fix up the paint a little bit, and now it looks beautiful, right?
Yeah.
Well, congrats on the win tonight. You got those friends, family, and sponsor shout-outs for us?
Of course, shout out to Chick-fil-A, and what was his name? There's some other guy had a Chick-fil-A. Oh my, nearly got destroyed.
Simmons?
Who had the Chick-fil-A logo? Shout out to him too. That was pretty
Simmons.
cool.
Yeah, Simmons.
Oh
in
yeah,
the 07.
Simmons. Yeah, shout out to him. My family, of course, mom, dad, sister. Talon, we actually teamed up really good there. If it ever went green, though, I wouldn't have been able to hang with them, but it just kind of lucked out, and then of course I got really lucky, no overtime. So I mean, hey, second win of the season. I mean, I guess I'll take it. I'm glad we didn't have to do no 3-lap shootout or anything. Be like, you can't do that. That'll ruin it.
Well, perfect. Congrats on the.
I'll take it.
Congrats on the win tonight, doing those beautiful burnouts for us, and we'll see you back here next week as a 2-time winner.
Yep, thank you.
Nathan Harper bringing it home in victory lane. Let's see if we can track down the 77/71 of Talon Smith. Who knows what his number is? Depends on what series he's in. Makes it complicated, but it is the way it is sometimes. Let's find that 71 truck out on track. Didn't know if he was going to make it the whole race, and then he's probably pretty unhappy that he didn't get to go for the win here tonight. Talon, DG, got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, probably a little bit upset you didn't go for the green-white checker finishes there, but hey, you still bringing home P2. Good points night for you tonight. How was it out there?
Yeah, I mean, that was a good win by Nathan. Dirty Air was not as bad as I thought it would be. I was really surprised once we got into the race.
10-4. Well, you two worked well together at the front of the field, and definitely could tell when you were working together and when you weren't so much. But you were able to pull off the second place tonight, and I don't know, were you happy there's no green-white checkers? Because those guys with tires can't get up to you.
Yeah, I was happy about it. It was a teammate 1-2, and I had enough time to get into Moon Car to set a qualifying lap because of no green, white checkers.
There you go. Good luck in the Moon car tonight, and we'll see you in the next race, my friend.
Thank you.
It's Talon Smith bringing it home in P2, and we need to track down the driver of the 56 Napa Chevrolet. See if we can find Hayden. Hayden probably wanted to go for the win there. I'm sure he'll be disappointed with the no green, white checkers. Hayden, DG, got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Swiss.
Well, we brought it home P3 tonight, courtesy of no green, white checkers. Did you want to maybe get it back running there again and try to go for the win, or are you worried about the guys that took the tires and happy it finished out?
No, I was not worried about those guys that took the tires there. I'm okay with the third place finish. Good to get some momentum going in this series. Quite disappointing with the end of the race being the way it was, but some stuff's just out of your control. It's not worth being upset about. But the one thing I am upset about is when I don't know if it was Talon or Nathan. I think it was Nathan go to my inside in a 3, and then well, they wrecked almost immediately after, and I was just kind of stuck there, and there was never enough time for drivers to catch up. So it's like if I block the bottom there, that caution comes out, I'm in the lead, and I'm in that same situation Nathan's in. So probably should have just defended a little bit better for less than 10 to go. But like I said, third is a finish we needed in this truck to start getting some momentum going into Richmond next week.
Dan, for you got the friends, family, and sponsor shoutouts for us tonight.
I'd like to thank Napa Auto Parts, Arc Music, C2X, and Madigan Motorsports, as always. Would like to thank Labor 12 for sponsoring this series and Cody Cleaver for putting it on. Would like to thank you, Swiss, for doing the broadcast. Would like to thank all of our other sponsors and admins over at SRL for making all of our 9 leagues across 6 days possible.
You finally remembered the 69. Good job.
I remembered 6-9.
All right, bud. Congrats on that P3 finish. Go take the points, take them to the bank, and we'll see you in the next race.
We will see you.
Where are we running Cup tomorrow?
We're not running Cup tomorrow.
Right, we're off for Valentine's Day. Good call.
Off for Valentine's
Good
Day.
Good call. Where are we running Cup next week?
Kansas.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
Kansas. It is indeed Kansas.
All right, 1 week away from tomorrow, we'll be at Kansas in the Gen 4 Cup Series. Hope you guys come on back for that, and we'll see Hayden there.
Yes, you will.
Hayden Lowell brings it home P3. Let's go ahead and look at our finishing results for tonight. We have Shazam. Nathan Harper picking up the win. Talon Smith second. Hayden Lowell third. Mike Edwards fourth. And John Garrett picking up the top 5. Josh Emerson, great run for him. Best finish in SRL so far. Dalton Hayes, Colin Teague, Travis Martin, Harry Grindell picking up top 10s. Page 2, we got Scott Elston, Zach Martinson, Thomas Dilg, Lucas Hoitzma, Randy Lee, Jake Bustos, Travis Skrmeta, Will Asherbrenner, Jeremy Scherer, and Ian Montrose. Page 3, Cliff Mullins, Dave Hoitzma, Dylan Simmons, J.R. Deal, Mark Dingman, Matt Benke, Jake Lawrence, Jay Llewellyn, T.J. Floyd, Jay Munch. And then the final page, which I'm going to have to read to you because for some reason our last one doesn't work, but Hayden Askey finishes 31st, Easton Evers 32nd, Jeff Price 33rd, Trenton Sneed 34th, Quentin Newton 35th, and Cody Cleaver race control tonight did not start. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight's broadcast. Appreciate everyone being here. Let's run through our sponsor slide and pay the bills. We have Wild Horse Broadcasting doing our ARCA series on Mondays. Rev Simsport started us off tonight with our dirt street stocks. What a show they put on tonight. Good battles over in the street stocks. Labor 12 did our truck series that you watched here tonight. Arc Music does our Wednesday Cup series, although we're off tomorrow for Valentine's Day. Hope you all have a wonderful Valentine's Day. Fort Worth Screen Printing does our Xfinity series on the Thursday night 9 p.m. time slot. Golden Eagle Syrup does our Super Speedway series on Fridays. Appreciate them helping out there. Then CTC Race Network broadcasts our IndyCar leagues late on Friday nights. Thank to each and every one of them. Thank you to each and every one of you for being here tonight. We appreciate you checking us out, hanging in there. Appreciate the huge raid from our guy Malik Ray. Appreciate that so much, the generosity of his community. Thank you everyone for being here. Have to say this has been Sidewinder Racing Leagues. This has been iRacing.com. Head on over there, pick up these cars and these tracks, come race with us. We'd love to have you be part of our community. Check us out at dgsracing.com. It's the Sidewinder Racing Leagues. Each and every one of you have a great night, and we'll see you in the next race.